Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Battlefield 4 Single Player. I have a new guest with me. Would you like to say hi?
Hi, this is your evil twin.
Yes, all the way from London, England. He is here today to talk about this game, which is nearing a conclusion. Actually, you're towards the end of this game.
Oh, that's quite a shame. I've been enjoying it so much.
Yes, you were saying that you thought it was one of the best games released last year in terms of
Yeah,
single
yeah,
player.
clearly. I mean, the strength of the Battlefield series has always been its single player campaigns, and I think in this case they've outdone themselves.
Yeah, I can remember spending hours in the Modern Combat Battlefield 2 Modern Combat single player campaign. It was really one of the high points of that game. Uh, it definitely had one. All the maps, by the way, are the same exact map everywhere.
No, I don't think so. Huh? What? Oh, okay. Alright. I don't give a fuck what you have to do. Just get it done. No one's ate or slept for 3 days straight. Are you Tombstone?
We are, man.
We got half an hour for the Russians come back. I want everyone to get chow. I'm sending hands to help distribute the MREs. Yes, meals ready to eat, yes. Okay, go.
Major,
You follow him.
I guess we found Greenland. Let's go, Wrecker.
Why are y'all still around?
Short version, ma'am, we are caught behind enemy lines.
We wish to get back to our ship.
If wishes were horses, you beggars would ride.
The USS Valkyrie, likely in the Red Sea by now.
Oh, fuck me. Did you fall off? Where's my coffee?
Ma'am, it is imperative that we find transport west.
Russians rolled into our airfield 3 days ago. More ground forces are closing in. Our supply lines are cut off. We're outnumbered 12 to 1. So whatever your imperative is, it's unfortunately not mine. Put that down. That stuff's pure devastation.
How strong are the Russians in the air?
Untouchable. Mobile SAMs cover the shore below the dam. They're heavily defended.
SAM placements are under the dam, and we're here, on high ground. All our troops are on high ground, so is the airfield.
Any civilians left?
Total evac, Sergeant.
No civilians.
Copy. City is empty. What are you suggesting?
Didn't suggest anything, Major. A little disappointed you're not in a position to help us. But we'd be happy to move the rest of these explosives if you have any. And something with wheels.
I got wheels outside. Make damn sure you bring them back. There's a few working radios, too, if you want to keep in contact with each other. Don't call me. I don't want to know unless this insanity works. Then I owe you a ride west.
Thank you, Major.
Watch the explosives. Not sure this is a good idea.
Pretty certain it's the worst idea ever.
Let's do it then. It'll take a while to drive up there.
Wrecker, you look like shit, man. Grab some shut-eye. Rest up. I'll wake you when we're closing in on the dam.
Irish,
Yeah?
the people you mentioned back home, who are they?
The wife and 3 kids.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's massive. Do you think we have enough explosives?
We do if we place them right.
Start here and place charges across the dam?
See that middle? Looks like a weak point. We put the primary charge there.
You have an engineering degree now?
I got an engineering degree like you got a medical degree.
I do have a medical degree. Okay, whatever. Are you sure about this?
We gut it from the inside.
Ready to do this?
Come on, Rec. Watch out.
This is one of my least favorite sections of this entire game, and I know it's coming too. So, what happens here is that you're required to like go down and go fight all these people down in this dam. The issue is that there is a gun. There's an emplaced gun that is down there, right here. Actually, we'll come across a couple guards patrolling first, but there's a gun down here that people will just continuously jump on and continuously fire at you from. So you have to be very wary of that fact, because they will just destroy you otherwise. Here I am trying to kill a tank. Thinking about it, actually. Or, sorry, not a tank. What the hell is going on in my head today?
Those Chinese, they got some pretty advanced tanks there with the
Yeah.
helicopter rotor blades.
Flying and all, yeah. Those flying tanks, man. So, right here, we're doing something, we're gonna snipe, which I'm not very good at. And I tried to, look at this.
Yeah, you've demonstrated that before, and yes, you're demonstrating it once again.
I actually zeroed the sight on this thing, so I should be able to hit these guys pretty reliably. But right there, that thing I just shot that guy off of, that's the in-placed gun. And what's going to happen is people are going to keep going to that thing over and over and over again until you either kill everyone down there or you destroy the gun. And for whatever reason, I never get around to destroying the gun in the first death I have here. Look at this. Look at this. They just keep going there. It's kind of impressive in a way. But
I mean,
it doesn't...
on the one hand, it makes sense. You know, it's the best tactical thing for them to do, to use a mounted gun. But yeah, when you start getting a stream of 4, 5, 6 of them doing it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They line up for it, but as you can see, my squad didn't exactly protect me, so I took a death there. So we're going to take a mulligan on this section. I actually meant to edit out. I actually did edit out a couple deaths in this video because it's not really a well thought out area overall. So what we still want to snipe.
How does that differ from the rest of the game?
Well, as we know, the rest of this game's been amazing. So, shut your whore mouth. Okay, so here we go. I got sighted. I don't know from where or by who, but fuck this helicopter. This cuts down on the number of assholes that are come rushing at me. Oh, and we have a giant grenade launcher akin to an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie grenade launcher, so that's going to help us a lot here. That thing's amazing where it appears in the game. In single player, I always pick it up, because you're always going to be facing like a helicopter or two with it.
Do you get to use it in multiplayer?
Yes, it's a special weapon that you can pick up. It's called a battle pickup, oddly enough. And it does about the same exact thing there. Now, what
I was going to say, if you could actually level up and unlock that as a standard weapon, that would be...
Yeah,
wow.
It might be a bit much. So what I have here is the XM25. It's a grenade launcher that will, if you sight up on something, you can airburst over people who are behind cover. It works out pretty well. Okay, so I have the the same gun I've been using the entire game. I'm still using it to down these guys instead of the sniper rifle, because I can do it more reliably with that gun. Let's see here. Once again, I don't know what these guys are made out of, but like headshots don't really count for whatever reason. You'd think with like the convention with video game sniper rifles, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you've done a few of these games, is that if you shoot a man in the head with a sniper rifle, they're gonna die.
Yeah, that is usually the way it's done. I mean, of course, you can excuse it because they're wearing helmets, and maybe the helmets work, but usually sniper rifles in games are powerful enough that it'll even go through helmets. I mean, even in Time Shift, I mean, the enemies in that had crap loads of body armor. You would shoot them a ton of times, they would fall over, they would get back up. They had tons of body armor, and it would take several headshots from an assault rifle or pistol to take someone out. But the sniper rifle in the head would indeed be a kill. I don't think I've seen a game before where you needed multiple headshots from a sniper rifle. That's... Except if it's a boss, like a mini-boss, where, one of those games where you have a boss that's just an ordinary dude with more health. Then it might take multiple headshots, but conventional soldiers, yeah.
Yeah. So... look at that. I actually led a target correctly. He just shrugged it off. He didn't even react to the fact that he got hit. It's just... these guys are incredibly tough. These are apparently Russians, by the way. I don't know if the game really explains it to you, but...
Yeah, there was the thing earlier that the Russians were helping out the Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, so they decided to take over this dam, which is actually in China, to, for whatever reason, their engineering corps, I guess, is very good. But you can see the Russian flag all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And the Russians were assaulting the other base and all this other stuff. But I checked out where they said this was in the world, if you type it into Google Maps, of course, and it apparently is still in China. So I don't understand where all the Russians are coming from. I think they just needed to justify the Russians being in the multiplayer.
So they had to have both Chinese and Russians in the single player for it to make sense in the multiplayer.
Uh-huh.
Because, they've always worried about that sort of thing before.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things that like the game insists on doing for some reason. Is just like, we're gonna justify stuff in the multiplayer. Like, don't do that. Why would you? That's like too much effort, man.
Something I kind of liked about like Battlefield 2 is, depending on what country you're from and who you like, there's no good guy or no bad guy. As far as you're concerned, America could be the good guy or America could be the bad guy. There was no sort of moral element to it. It was this side of the world goes to war against that side of the world.
And in the multiplayer, you actually can fight as any faction against any faction. So it's not like it's always U.S. versus China or U.S. versus Russia. Oh, here we go. This thing, generally it drops a bunch of troops at you and all this stuff, but no. That's not how this works. Not in my day. Eventually. Here we go. Goodbye.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Now, that's helicopter 4 or something that I've taken down with weapons I wasn't supposed to be using at that particular time, because out in this crate here, there's an RPG. So I could have grabbed that at any point and just done it, but no.
I was impressed at one of your allies saying, oh my god, great shot. But I'm guessing they would have said that if you'd used the RPG as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was going to give them credit. Like, they recognise, whoa, you shot down a thing you weren't meant to shoot down. Give them some feedback on that. But
No. Don't ever consider this game thinking too far ahead of itself. So I cut out a death here because this section is a little messed up. There's a high and low area over here, you can see. But there's guys out here, but they don't spawn in until after you go down there. Oh, and I noticed this. Look at the magnification. It doesn't change on this gun. I don't know what happened there.
Well, whether you're using the other, that movable scope, it stays the same.
Yeah, the magnifier doesn't do anything. I've heard stories of that actually happening in the multiplayer as well with certain guns, but I didn't know it was actually a thing. Because I use, like, barely anything but an LMG in that, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, oh boy, look, another one of these in-place guns. So yeah, this is actually where I died last time, up here, because somebody came up these stairs and just gunned me down. But today, I'm going to be a bit smarter about this. Oh, and I actually switched how I'm firing. I'm using a burst shot out of this gun instead of a full auto. So
Seems to be working well for you.
Yes, burst fire on these guns in multiplayer and single player is actually pretty decent. You do put yourself at a bit of a disadvantage if you're in a close range situation.
Yeah, someone jumps out in front of you and you just want to go, ah, and shoot them.
Yeah, I constantly forget about that when I have burst fire engaged, and I just start like holding down the trigger. Why won't this shoot anymore? But that's me being stupid. Right? I don't know why there we go. But yeah, you'll generally hit about 2 shots out of your 3 on any target if they stay stationary, and you can only get like a pixel hit on them. So that's usually enough to kill them in single player. We've kind of gone over our bombast limit by shooting down that helicopter, I guess. It's just now we're in this kind of, it's like I don't want to say it's a complete slog, but you're in this like corridor shooter now. And I picked up the 870 MCS. It's a shotgun that does pretty damn good damage. It's actually one of my favorite shotguns in the multiplayer. It just guns down everything in about 2 or 3 shots at the most.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoy it. So you can look around this area. There's not much to it. You can just see that they were kind of stacked in these furnitureless rooms, and we'll head downstairs. This is what we were here for. I guess like Irish and Hannah are unable to press buttons, so we're just around to do that for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an ingenious idea having you be a squad leader who doesn't talk. I mean, that's. I mean, because of course, really good squad leaders, their men should understand. The men should just understand what's going through their heads and what's expected from them. If you actually have to tell Irish what to do, then you're failing as a commander.
Yeah, obviously. That's why I just point at stuff and tell them to shoot it, and occasionally they do it. But I was talking to somebody last night about this game, and I said, is it weird to you that the only people who get to lead Tombstone Squad are white? And because I realized between Dunn, Wrecker, and Kovacs, everyone who's led the squad is white, while every person who's in the squad is not white, besides the leader. And that's really kind of bizarre to me to realize that there's this weird racial element to this game now. But
It would have been interesting if they had actually had you be Irish. And I mean, even if you hate the character, that would have, because I don't have a problem with, talking protagonists in first-person shooters. I don't find it breaks immersion or anything. There's plenty of games that have pulled that off all right.
Yeah.
Bioshock Infinite. I mean, imagine, that game would have worked really well if you'd had a mute protagonist. I mean, if you'd been Irish, that would have been, that would have been interesting. Yeah, I mean, everyone would still hate the character, but
yeah, it wouldn't have changed anyone's perceptions of the character, but it would have done something at least, so you're not constantly going like, why is my squad leader not talking?
Yeah. Then again, I suppose then you wouldn't be able to, to see your face. They could put mirrors. They could put mirrors everywhere to show that they actually modelled his face.
Yes, they could do that. But yeah, you can actually see the face of Wrecker if you go to the first level and jump in the Jeep that shows up there. And when you go into it, you'll be able to move the camera around and see Wrecker directly.
Huh.
Yeah. It's a thing. I don't really think it's that really important. It's the guy on the cover, basically.
Yeah.
So this is where the shotgun kind of shines. You saw me just use that grenade launcher to clear out that area before this. But this is like the shotgun's dominant areas here. Alright, we're out on the edge of the bridge. We gotta plant these explosives.
You gotta jump. You gotta jump, man. You can't be in a video game and have such a big... it's like a sort of gravitational draw. It sort of pulls you to the edge. Go wee!
Okay, so first time I played this game, and this is no joke, I didn't realize what the hell the game was telling me to do at the very end of this level. And I thought it wanted me to jump to the next platform over. So I kept trying to make the jump, and I'm like, this jump's fucking impossible. What the hell does it think it's doing? And then finally it loaded up again, and it goes, hit the plunger, Wrecker, and I go, the plunger? And I pull out the C4, and I'm like, oh, the plunger for the C4, I'm going to blow up the dam. And then, because it keeps sending enemies after you while you're thinking, like, do I jump here or not? So, yeah, I ended up dying, like, 8 or 9 times before that happened.
Do you actually fall all the way to the bottom, or do you hit a sort of invisible thing halfway down and the screen goes black?
It just goes black, and it's like, you fell, you dumbass. And don't fall again. This is a really bad area to fall in. Like this. I had a mini heart attack right here because I was stuck. Luckily, you can mantle over a lot of stuff, so I was able to get my way out. But that was weird. I didn't expect it to let me fall there. And look, here we go.
Yep, just
making a human pyramid like we're fucking cheerleaders.
Did that Russian? Did he just go? Ah! Shot him.
Yeah.
Okay, this game gets an extra point from me for amusing death screams. That always helps.
Yeah, doesn't it though? Here's your jump, by the way. I didn't even fall or anything. I just went right up it. I don't think they could have coded that in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the method of moving around. Oh no! Oh no, they're fine. We're okay. Yeah, this game, man.
That is good. It's one thing. It's one thing for them to teleport to you when they're out of sight behind you. It's another if you see them fall off the dam and then.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the basic end of the video.
Ooh.
There, we blew up 2 of the 3. There's this guy still throwing grenades and shooting at us, despite the fact that he disappeared as soon as I blew up the dam. That guy up there who was firing at us in that corner, he was the reason I didn't understand I had to blow up the dam. Because I switched to shoot him, because he's standing there waiting for, like, you're like, I have to jump because I can't shoot this guy. So yeah.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, isn't it? It looks really nice too. This map, or this area, became the inspiration for a map called Lanking Dam in Battlefield 4 multiplayer, and it's actually a pretty fun map, kinda. But obviously, we didn't do a very good job. The engineers who were building this dam kind of sucked at it, so when we blew up the dam, we kind of blew up all of the dam. Who thought that would work? So, we're dead. That's the end of the game. Thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been a really... Oh, fuck. Oh well, so much for that.
Oh, fuck, man. Devil dog loves to get wet, huh?
I had to drag Irish out of a
Something we'll
pond.
never talk about again, Hannah.
Unbelievably lucky. Must be why they call you Irish.
I wish. Wrecker, let's go.
Come on, Rucker!
Let's go, Rack.
Come on. Is that Greenland?
I guess it is. She owes us a ride. Come on.
Just hope Trinche is safe.
You lost my wheels, didn't you? You goddamn phone-headed sons of a butt-haired bitch! Damn, I'd kill you myself if I actually thought it was possible. Good job, Wrecker. Russian anti-air's down. We got the sky bridge open again.
Major, what about our ride home?
I'm gonna hook you up. You said you needed transport west. You got about 2 minutes to get ready. TikTok fuckheads, get going.
I think the USS Valkyrie is headed for the Suez Canal.
Don't worry, you're going to Suez. But if your ship's there, they'll need all the help they can get.
What are you talking about?
Watch your language with me, son. The Chinese have taken the northern part of the Suez Canal. We're taking it back. Your ship's gonna sail into a shit groove. Good luck.
Thank you, Major.
No. Thank you, bastards. Get him out of here.
If Chang has taken the canal, Trinche is headed straight into his hands. We gotta get back to them.
Okay, I'm gonna drown.
You okay? Irish. Is it because you drink scotch?
I haven't had a drink in 3 years.
Did you go to Notre Dame?
And I got the name Irish.
Watch this. Ugh. And Irish just chokes out. So yeah, that's the more or less end of the video. Thanks for joining me, Evil Twin. Hopefully you weren't too scarred by this.
No, it had things exploding. Yeah, that's good enough for me in my book.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.